Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Broken. I'm not late, I swear to god, my live I show you here, it literally has only just gone 6:05, so maybe my computer's slow. Maybe. Honestly, I'm not sure about that one. But today, yes, we're going to be playing the scenario Tanega Shima. Oh, which I'd say is Tanega Shima. The first strike at the Homeland. And it's actually really a nice little scenario, actually. I quite like it, and I'll be showing it here in just a moment. How you doing there, Freddy? Good to have you, my friend. Good to see you. Would help if I was to reveal. There we go. So we're going to play Tanegashima. The reason why I like this one is the fact that we do have, well, it very much reminds me of I mean, this goes back a few years, but there is a game called Battlefield, for example. I think it was 1942, and it reminds me of the Wake Island map, I think it was on that. I'm sure it was that one there. But I like this, it's rather interesting. It reminds me almost like of Iwo Jima as well. Hey doing there, Norbert? Hey doing there, Fenrir? Good to have you, my friends. Yeah, so this one's quite self-contained. We have about 24 turns here, which is rather intriguing. And there are a great deal of objectives over here. Is it saying 3 more hours to the stream? Have I said that up wrong or something? It should be fine. I really don't know what that what I do with that. Oh right, good. Okay, good. I gotta say, this is what I see on my side. You know what I mean? I'm like, maybe. So yeah, there we go. Anyhow, we'll take a look over here then. Broken train over there. Let's see. So we do have a radar installation there to the south. We do have a number of villages. I suppose you could say towns as well. Town. Broken terrain over here. So just say objectives. So yeah, just parts of the actual island to take. So Shimama. Oh, we've played. Yeah. This is the this is from the actual introductory scenario, isn't it? Where we advance south of the island. Yeah, I thought that looked familiar there. I'm sure that is right. That's really interesting. So this is actually that's really intriguing. So we have Noma over there. Okay. Not so many objectives. In fact, there's no objectives over in the north, which is good to know. So it looks like we are to move south towards the radar installation. From what we know then of the other scenario then is there's more than likely going to be a coastal gun over here. Well, that's good to know. That's very good to know. It does make sense how we're actually descending south. Of course, we do have a beach landing here to make. We have an amphibious operation to make. Do let me know if the music is too loud. Then I can adjust the volume. Right. So there is actually supply on the beaches over here for us to take, then that's good news. We do have some stretch of beach over there. Okay. So let's get an idea of what's going to be coming in the first wave then. So we have the Allied 4th and 1st tank platoons, headquarters, and we do have the regimental combat team engineers over here. So they're going to be arriving at 1638. So 1638. Let's figure out where that hex is. Let's see. Right, so 1638 is where they'll be arriving. So what we're going to do here then is get an idea of what we're going up against. So we do see some Japanese infantrymen over here. They're in trenches. There are some guns positioned over there to the south. Again, we do see some guns actually in the interior of the island there. It's not a very large island. There's not much in the way of depth to the island here. So it's not too bad. At least once we penetrate from beaches, we are able to quickly sever the island in half. The good news is we are to move south, which is good. So at least we can concentrate more so in that direction. There are, of course, objectives over here to the north as well. But the majority are down the south. But I think we'd be wise to try and take control of all the objectives, as many as possible, really. But these actual positions over here must be taken. But these positions won't take terribly much to actually take, really. So we'll bear that in mind. We're not too far from the beach, so it's not too far. So what we'll do here then is take a look. So organization, Allied Force Pacific. So we have the US 6th Army over here then. Alright, so that's the entire, yeah, there's even the French forces over there as well. Okay. Righto. And this is a different scenario. But, you know, I actually realized that myself. It has the same geography because it is this southern part of the island, except this is the actual full scenario with the entirety of the island. So I thought that was rather amusing as well. Let's see, I've turned things off here. Locations. I wish I could leave that on. That'd be very handy. Units off. No. Gotta get used to this. I've seen some options as well for like how to have a game behave, though I'm not entirely sure which ones I'd actually take, to be honest. But either way, we'll go ahead and take a look at what we have then in terms of air power. That's a good deal of air power there. A26, B25, P38, A26. We don't have heavy bombers, so okay, that's fine. Right, what we're going to do then is take a look at the actual naval support that we do have then. So we do have Indiana, South Dakota, Boise, Washington. So a decent amount of firepower here to begin with, which is very handy. Of course, we do have the LCTs over here, very equipped with the rockets. The rockets are very nice. So again, it's one of these questions of where do we actually concentrate our firepower. We know that we'll be arriving at 1638, which is the hex just here. The other assets will be arriving along the beach. So I suppose we don't have the luxury of having multiple units of engineers, so we'll have to see here. Oh, is there an echo? Is there? That's weird. I don't know where the echo would come from. No, I can't see where an echo would be created if I've only got the microphone in, and can only see, as you see here. So I don't know about that. That's odd. Hopefully that goes away. Okay. Well, anyway, then we'll get on with it then. So do you have the village over here? Hey, Dimmed Distortion. Good to have you, my friend. We do have a field over there, so at least that one would be a decent target to fire upon. They do have the trenches. Over here is a forest, which is a little bit rougher to handle. Forest, village, forest over there, clear terrain over there. And we have a village there. Okay. So we'd have a slight advantage against firing on the assets in the actual... Where is it? In the field down here, actually. There's that 5% there. So they are likely to take more damage. I think what we need to do then is take a look at this position, potentially. They do have a forest over there. We're going to be having our men arrive then. So 1638, 1738, 1737, and 1836. So 1738, 1836. Okay, so they're going to be arriving along this stretch of the beach over here. Now, we could try to suppress the actual artillery that we'll be going up against, but it would be a nice idea to try to actually remove these positions. These assets over here aren't going to have the range. They only have 1 hex range, so they could only fire on this position here. Does it mean that more forces won't arrive here? I'm not entirely sure if we will have additional. I could try to suppress the actual artillery, but I think we want to try and get off the beach as quickly as possible. The issue is these men will be causing us a good deal of casualties. The guns could do so as well. The guns will more than likely have range over the beach. I would be surprised if they frankly didn't. So I think what we'll do then is we might use the firepower to try and take out the guns with the artillery. And see what we have remaining, really. I mean, this position over here, clear. How you doing there, Vulcan? Oh, right. That makes sense. I was like so confused. I'm like, where the hell would an echo be coming from? No, don't worry about it, man. I don't know, what do you guys reckon then? Do we use the actual naval gunfire to actually try to suppress the artillery positions over here first and foremost? I suppose it comes down to consideration of there's 2 infantry units, obviously, in place Japanese defenders that would be able to fire upon us on the beach. But the artillery obviously will be able to fire upon us for multiple turns and has just as much of a chance as disrupting our formations as the actual defenders on the beach. Oh, that's really awesome there, Evoke, and I hope you have a really good time with that, my friend. It is good. It does take a long time to get going, though. It does take a long time to get going. I'm going to be making... I suppose I'm going to have to figure out another name for it, but I'll be making a video similar to the State of the Empire sort of video. Just giving people an idea of what I'm going to be doing in the new play-by-email before it does start, indeed. So that'd be quite good, so you can look forward to seeing that in the near future. Iron Man Japan, wow. That's going to be cool. Do they basically get additional stuff then? Okay. So I think what I'm going to do then is potentially use the artillery then to fire upon these positions here. Now that one could probably bear fruit as it's on the beach, and it obviously does have the artillery there. So I think what I'll do then is, well, that's forest. This is clear, so we're not... we have a good chance over there. So I'm going to use the actual Indiana to open up on this position over here. I'm hoping that this is going to be a viable strategy, but then again, what I could do is potentially use reconnaissance to see if there's any additional units in this area. So... Nothing revealed there. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll use the Indiana. Run up on this position here. Oh, that's really good. Okay. So we inflict some fatigue over there. Well, that's quite handy. South Dakota will open up as well. Right, fatigue inflicted as well. You can see how close it is to the beach. I suppose it's one of these of, is it worth worrying about, because we will be able to get there shortly. It's a hard decision. I think we'll save some gunfire for these positions over here. It's a tough one because these positions are pretty rough to handle, and I would like to try and negate the actual issue of artillery here. From playing as the Japanese, we know there's only like 2 or so guns in here. Now, I'm not entirely sure how much fatigue they will have from that. They get so much stuff, all German heavy ships in raiding spots, U-boats, 4 Congo, 1 Yamato, additional Congos, a Yamato Nagato. Jeez. That's kind of crazy then, isn't it? That's kind of crazy. Right. What I'll do then is I use the remaining shipborne artillery to fire upon this position here. At least that suppresses the actual beaches here. Well, in fact, I'll have the other ships bar the BBs fire this position here and have the BBs fire their artillery over this way. So Washington opens up. I'm hoping to take out a gun there. Quincy can open up. I do have the benefit of the artillery, so the rocket artillery as well, which is quite handy. No effect. Right, okay. So we do have the benefit of rockets over here. I'm going to use the rockets to try and hit the guns. Right, 9 casualties there. Have another destroyer. They're going to open up on this position. Okay. Now we're going to open up with the rockets here. Love that noise. And here as well. How you doing there, Braden? Good to have you, my friend. Now, the issue is they will... doubtful have the range. They've got 4 hex range, so I doubt this unit will have the range to hit this position here. I've only just begun, to be honest. I spent a long time faffing about, which is usually what I do. So we're just beginning here. We've had the 3 battleship support assets that we do begin with fire upon this artillery position here. What I'm doing right now is using the rocket artillery from the LCTs to actually open up on the actual beaches here. Yeah, the demo. I mean, that was really quite fun, actually. I'm really tempted to go ahead and look for one of the Eastern Front games or Western Front games. I still need to get in contact, try and get in contact with the actual developers as well, so if we could try and get a few copies of something or other. It'd be nice to take a look at the other ones, but we'll see. Right, so I could use 2 against that and have a potential to disrupt them. Or I could use 2 against these guys. That's forest. I think I'll use the other 2 here, and then at least we have it somewhat equal. There we go. Right. We were not lucky enough to actually have any positions disrupted, but we have reduced the village there to rubble. I don't know what sort of difference that makes. It might be worthwhile to use the air power against the guns, but there's just not that many of them. They are in the clear terrain. We have caused them fatigue, so I'm hoping that will help out. But we'll use the air power against these positions here then. I could try to use the air power against this position here, but I don't think that's as likely. I mean, then again, these positions are just as tough. But these are the positions where we're going to be running into immediately. And do we have any napalm though? Napalm, I've been told, is good against infantry in the open. So we don't have any napalm. And what I'll do then is I'll go ahead and use the medium bombers over here. So we use the B-25s. Okay, good, they inflict fatigue. That's what I like to see. I do like how there's the actual gunfire and then the actual bombing run. So it does make sense, like the B-25s and A-26 invaders and an aircraft of that sort of type. Obviously, they did have the ability to fire on targets as well. Not much in the way of luck so far. And that looks to be the extent of our air power. So only a few casualties inflicted there. They have sustained some fatigue as well. So overall, not too bad. Not too bad, really. So what we'll do then is we'll have the engineers arrive first. Right, so we do have the infantry over here. Luckily, we're not disrupted from that fire there. Yeah. It looks like we lost a vehicle on the landing there. Or is that just... Oh, we did lose a vehicle there. It's unfortunate. Now, I could potentially combine them, but I don't think we need to. We'll land the last lot there. Oh, wow. So we actually do have Calliopes. I believe that's the name. Yeah, Calliope. With the rockets. That would be very handy. So I don't imagine they're available to use right now. So the issue is they're not disrupted, which is not exactly brilliant. I could potentially try to attack, trying to assault the position. I think the issue is we do not want to be on the beaches any longer than necessary, really. Which is rough. I mean, this position here is more like... Well, he's likely able to be taken, I suppose you could say. So we've got 10 there. We do have some vehicles. I need to figure out what the stacking limit is. I always forget what the stacking limit is. That's something I need to figure out. I'm just going to quickly Google that. So I need to figure that out so I know how many men can actually assault. Somebody told me how to look for it, but I couldn't seem to find it. The max stacking value determines the number of men. Oh, right, okay. When a hex contains guns, then each gun counts as 50 men. Right. For max stacking value is 1,000 men, then a hex can contain no more than 20 guns. Okay, that makes sense. I can work with that. So when I click over on here, now I don't have a stacking limit, but if I click down here, we can see we have 654. So that makes sense. At least we have an idea of what to look for now. So I guess what we'll do then is, let's see, we have the Regimental Combat Team there, 3rd Infantry Battalion. We do have the 1st Infantry Battalion there. We might be able to have them... Right, okay, so they don't have enough to assault. So it looks like we're going to remain here on the beaches and for a little bit longer. The issue is there's a lot of mines here as well, so we are going to take casualties. It's unfortunate, really. It is unfortunate. So we'll have to go forward. I suppose what we could try to do here, then. Do they have the ability to try and dig in, perhaps? I don't know when you see this digging in. I don't know when it kicks in. Maybe they just need to have more. movement points, perhaps. Or maybe they need to be engineers. I'd imagine it would probably tell us something. Well, let's see, schedule. So it is, where's the date? There's a date somewhere, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. Oh, current date, okay, well there it is, right, bloody in front of me. So, at 10 AM, I'm assuming this is morning. It is indeed morning. So, at 10 AM, we will have additional forces arrive. 158th Cannon, 158th Regimental Combat Team. We will also have... Oh, so can we actually take... No. Or is that just the hex they arrive at? That's just the hex. Are these the forces that have arrived? I'm not super sure right now. It's 6 AM, so I don't believe so. Okay, a little bit confused on how to read that, but I'm sure we'll be able to find out shortly. So single use will be removed. Yep, that's fine. Let me just slow that down. It's not a very large battle, so I don't need it. Okay, great, Ben disrupted. I imagine, yeah, we're losing a few casualties here, but luckily, we've not come out of that too bad there. How many men did we actually lose there? Let's see. View, where is it? Info, victory. 107 men. Though the Japanese lost 90 men so far. But that's not exactly anything great. That's not exactly anything to write home about. Yeah. I would have preferred not to have lost a vehicle, but hey, it is what it is. But they are disrupted, so I could have sold that position there pretty comfortably. Now, the engineers, I could have moved up the beach there, but if I push this position here, we'll be able to push out. But what I'm going to do then is use the artillery first and foremost to try... I need to try and disrupt these guys. Right, so we do have a rocket artillery over here, so I'm going to use that. No effect, unfortunately. Yeah, I was really hoping that we might have been able to disrupt them. We can probably still take that position, and this is it. I do need to get off the beach ASAP. Do we have any troops that have arrived this turn? No, not yet. So what we have here is what we have. Now, we do have overwhelming force, I suppose you could say, in this area here, so we need to make sure we use it. I don't know if I need the engineers. I don't think I need the engineers. This is a large unit, so it should be able to handle that. It makes me wonder, is it worthwhile using engineers as support? Yeah, wow. Okay, look at the amount of fire we're taking there. That's not good. Luckily, we were not disrupted. It has increased our fatigue. I don't know. I think it's probably worthwhile using the engineers as well, just to add in that additional weight of numbers there. So we'll go ahead and resolve the assault. We do take it. We lose 6 men. We inflict 25 casualties upon the enemy there. What I can do then is have them potentially move to this position here. Or that's going to be something that could be done next turn. So they can't move right now. But what I can do then is select both of them and have them open fire over here. Inflict a few casualties, that's quite nice. We do take some return artillery fire. Right, but we are in the actual trenches over here within the forest as well. So it seems that the trenches aren't as effective once you take them, but the good news is we still have a train, so we still have a pretty good modifier there. So that's going to help to reduce the casualties. So I think what we'll do then is we will fight we must fight our way off the beach. Gotta get off the beach. We could use the tanks as well. Right, we'll have these tanks attack too. Try not to overstack it. So we'll see how that goes. So we lose 2 men. Unfortunately, we lose 2 vehicles as well. I would rather not have lost the vehicles. But we do force our way off the beach. Now, the issue is they can't move up right now. Move the headquarters there. Stacking. I might be able to get these additional infantry, well, these additional assets in here. Right, we do take some fatigue, but we move up. Now, these guys can't move due to them having fired, so that probably might not have been a good idea. Bit of a rock and a hard place at the moment. Okay. So they're currently disrupted. Right. I think these positions are going to be tough. They're not disrupted. They don't have any movement left. I hope we don't lose any more of these Calliopes. They are very nice aircraft. Aircraft. Very nice vehicles. So I'm just thinking, what do we do with our aircraft? I think I'm gonna use the aircraft against this position over here. Right. Need to try and soften it up in any way possible, really. How's everybody doing today, by the way? Do hope you're all well. Right, nothing else that can be done this turn. So we're going to go forward then. Don't lose the vehicle. Need to get them off the beaches ASAP. Right, luckily we're in a good position here. Right, rockets come in there. Now, they're in the fields there, so they're going to take more damage if we do attack. It's unfortunate that we've lost 2 vehicles there for the 4th platoon. What we're going to have to do here then is figure out how we're going to use the 158th Regimental Combat Team and how we're going to basically break them up. So we need to head south to take the objectives, and there's some objectives to the north as well. So the question is, can we take all the objectives, or is that simply not possible? It probably might be worthwhile to head directly south to make sure we can try and grab those. We do have a road network over here to make use of. So you can see that the roads from the actual beach aren't exactly brilliant. Yeah, they go this way. So we are going to have to head into the hinterland. We should get some reinforcements. I think it was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And still some time before that. Bear in mind, each turn here is 2 hours. Right, okay. Our command. I'm not entirely sure what that out of command means. I don't know if it means they're not within command range. Right. Okay, so they're now disrupted. That's good to see. I'm going to bring down artillery on this position here. So, Indiana, open up. What I'm going to do then is actually have the engineers head back onto the beach to try and clear the mines off the beaches there. Right, these guys are going to move up. Okay, so there's definitely a stack limit, it seems. Right. Continue to use the air power here. Use the Helldivers. Okay. So a little bit lower on fatigue. Sorry, a little bit higher on the fatigue there. What I'm going to do then, I don't like that they're so beaten up. I'm going to have the first, sorry, the 2nd Platoon and the 3rd Infantry Battalion, sorry, I think it's battalion. Yeah, battalion is 500 men. No, it can't be battalion. I'm going to have to look at what the actual, I'm like only used to higher levels of organization, so at this lower level I have no idea. Right, so going to go ahead and engage them in the assault there. So we take 2 losses, we inflict 33, but we do break them over here, which is good. These guys can shoot again, so they're going to shoot. I'm going to push towards the actual village over here. So that would be to Noma. Is indeed a town. I can imagine Noma is held. But they're broken, so they're good. Knocked out. I do have the ability to now move these men. Move them here. Right, we do sustain some fatigue there. They're done for. They're done for. These vehicles can fire. Well, that one can't. I'm gonna have them move into the actual fortifications over there. Did I lose another bloody vehicle there? God damn it. That's a shame. Okay. So it's these 2 objectives over here then. There's no there's no objective for Noma. We do have a couple there. So luckily we do have victory points pretty close. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 550 in the north. Let's see. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. Yeah, okay, so this is more to the south here. So, a major victory is 1,000 points. We currently have 103. So, okay, so we do have some options here. To move south obviously would mean more objectives to be taken. I can't secure a major victory by just taking these guys, but these 100 ones are worth quite a decent bit. I could nab a couple of those. But then it's one of these of how easy it's going to be. The terrain over here doesn't really benefit us too much. So it might be worthwhile to try and aim for these guys on the long side of the roads. I could potentially aim for that. But we'll see what we can manage. Okay. Just yesterday finished the Austrian First Army Order of Battle Planning Research. Ah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I definitely recommend Ring of Steel. That was a really good book. That was a really, genuinely good book from the Central Powers point of view. Okay, so I'm going to turn the objectives off there. I could potentially assault that position and probably break them. So I'm going to do so. Let's see, can I get the armor to this position here? No. Okay, so they can only move there. And that's fine then. What I'm going to do then is assault that position there. Right, we do take a few casualties, but we do break them, and that's the important thing there. So I could fire upon the actual guns over here, so I'm going to not do so, because it won't let me. That's that. Right, okay. Move the headquarters into the center here. I think having the headquarters, I reckon if you actually move the headquarters, I imagine it probably allows you to recover sooner rather than later. So I'll go for that. We should be able to take that position in the following turn. We are pushing to the center, be able to should be able to silence the guns there. So we'll push forward. Oh, we do have additional units. Yeah, that fatigue there from the mines on the bloody beach. Unfortunately, I can't move off the beach. I'm going to place them into, yeah, combat mode. Issues if they're in travel mode, I think they would take additional casualties. The guns here, I'm going to have them not move because they can't. Bit rough, really. Yeah, those mines are rough. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Do I have anti-tank guns here? Where are these? No, I just... Yeah, so I think these are just... it says AT. That's interesting. Well, we'll have it move up. Or not. You could move there. Well, they're quite lucky in the fact that they're... on a beach with mines. But at least we'll be taking care of the mines sooner rather than later, so we'll go forward. Okay, the armor's engaging. So I'm going to have the infantry and the armor move in towards the village of Noma, of the town of Noma, in the center of the island. Need to take Noma. Yeah, the town there. It would be rough. It might be worthwhile using reconnaissance. Right, nothing spotted. So I don't think there's really defenders in this area right now. I imagine we should be able to just assault there and take that position. It's just guns. Once that position's taken, we'll be able to move up then. So we don't take it. We don't lose anybody, but we do take out a gun, but we don't take the position, which is not good. I was kind of imagining that we would have been able to. Can you only move in travel mode? That's interesting. I suppose that makes sense, actually. Okay, I'll have to wait until next turn then to move into the hinterland. Okay, the mines have been removed. That's excellent. Move you up there. They're disrupted. What I'm going to do then is have you move. Ooh, tough crowd. Okay. Can't believe I've lost so many vehicles. That's really rough. Right, so the only position here that's of any problem is this one right now. Though, what I'm going to do then is advance these infantry. Right, nothing encountered, so that's good. They have the range. Don't think so. No. Right, we'll use our artillery. Not terribly much of it, but we'll use it. I mean, South Dakota is still pretty good, so I'll go for South Dakota. Okay. We'll use some air power. I don't know if it's worthwhile to assault the position. I don't think it probably is due to the fact... I mean, we had to assault them earlier. Due to having to get off the beach, but I do have a little bit of choice now. So what I'm going to do is refrain from assaulting for the time being. The reason being I don't want to just lose more than I have to lose. For no real gain. Okay, but so far so good. Nothing will arrive at this moment in time. It's now midday. Right. God damn it. Okay, yeah. I do regret not assaulting that position now, but we'll see. I can't believe it also like a Calliope. Not good. Right, one unit's been set up. That's good to know. So, what I'm going to do then is have them advance. So it doesn't look like there's anything in here. So we'll fire that broken unit. Force them to retreat yet further. Do take some artillery there. Now, I'm not interested in advancing the tanks without infantry support yet. We do have additional infantry coming in, which is good. That's good. We need to build up the momentum, really. So what we'll do then is we'll use our artillery here. Okay, again, I was hoping to disrupt them, but I'm not so lucky. I guess I'm gonna have to assault then. Okay. We don't even break them. We do take a good number out, but unfortunately we don't break them. They can't fire from there. I would have been really upset had I lost another vehicle there. So we'll have them fire here. Okay, we inflict 8 casualties, that's nice. Okay, move them up there. So we'll assault this position again. There we go, we do take it. Right, we can't fire that. Right, so we will have reinforcements. There we go. God damn it, lose the gun. Additional artillery. Additional men's really good. Yeah, I'm really happy to have the additional men. God damn it. Those bloody mines. So we will secure Noma this turn. I could then have our assets move north. Okay, okay, sorry. So that's interesting regarding rubble then. So rubble seems to be a hindrance. Right, so we have cleared a decent few hexes of mines. These engineers are going to be very handy though. Do I need to clear any more mines? That's the question. I don't think so, and I don't really want to linger on the beach any longer. Okay. What's their range? 2-2. Sorry, 2. Get them set up. Looks like I'm going to have to move them further. Right, they're now disrupted, so that's good news. They're unavailable currently. Right, so we know there's nothing in there now. To flank them. Okay, they're low on ammo. Let's see. Bring reconnaissance in. Okay, so we do spot a unit down there. I could probably move more aggressively than I have been doing, actually. Issues, I don't know the positions of anything. This is the position that I'm going to want to take next. These other positions aren't too bad. I can try and isolate them. What are we looking like numbers-wise? Pretty bad, to be honest. So for a victory is 800. We have a good few turns left, but it is going to be night next, so it's going to be a case of just waiting to move on. So what I could potentially do then is use artillery against this position. Well, I'll use the air power against that position there. I'll see how A26 do. And again, same band, is it a waste of time? I'll hit this position here due to the artillery. And then we'll rest during the night. Let's see what an Avenger's like. I don't know how effective they are. Okay. Now we just have a Kimberly. Okay. Then I'll assault here. Ideally break them. No, we don't. Oh no, they are broken. Okay, well that's not bad. Okay, so they remain in position. Not a garden. I've actually been to one of those. I feel like really, I don't know if that's like a badge of honor or what. Oh dear. Right. I'm gonna move you there. Or not. I'm gonna allow them to rest and recover somewhat. They are in the road, which is not great. I remain in that position, man. I was kind of expecting us to run into something, but we're almost at the village of Masuda. Not too far from Nijubun. Okay, that can about fine. I'm going to have these guys allocated to head north to begin with. Roads would be preferable. Okay, I guess clear obstacles then. Didn't realise there was obstacles. Oh, there are obstacles here, aren't there? Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So you've got a busy day ahead of you. Oh, did I take you out of movement mode? Sorry, travel mode. So there's going to be... So there's 500 men there. 500 men there, another 500 there, plus the engineers. So there's 1,500 men heading north, so that's pretty significant numbers there. These men can head there. Yeah, so we're going to be somewhat up against it over here, heading south, but I'm going to have a larger amount head north. Okay. I don't think there's anything else. So no, there's a unit there. Oh, is it not? Oh, it is June the 9th, okay. Right, that makes sense. Well, we know they're still there. Let's see. Is there like a command to tell them to rest or something of that nature? I guess we'll just leave them and they'll recover. Makes sense. I think that position was there, wasn't it? Okay. Yeah, that disrupted me there. So I'll move them there. Right. Okay, so they're disrupted. I'm not going to throw the tanks in. Right, broken and isolated. I want to get them to the village over here. Are you serious? Okay, I was kind of hoping that we're going to move a bit further than that. I don't think they're gone. Okay, you're staying put then, it seems. They're good to move out. One of them was disrupted, unfortunately. Oops. There we go. Stop shooting at me, for the love of God. Right, so we don't have the ability to assault, but what I'm going to do then is use the artillery to fire here, so we'll fire with Indiana. That's already on the beach. Just have them rest. I'll probably combine them. probably be next turn when I can combine them. Right, no force coming. So, we'll end the turn. Oh, I suppose I've got to use the air power. Forgot to check about that. Okay, still during the night. You can see times advance pretty quickly there. So 4 hours at night. 1 of 2 units out of command. Oh, 1 of 2 headquarters out of command. I wonder if you have to just basically have them remain in position. 1 unit recovered fatigue, 15 units gained fatigue, 2 units recovered losses. That's good to know. 1 air unit recovered losses. 1 unit low ammo. They've gained fatigue, but that's still good to go. So I'm going to fire with the artillery on this position here. Have it lit up by the fires. Okay. Use the air power first. Right, there's no air power. I'll combine them into a larger unit. Or do it the opposite way. Are they different units? G complete, E complete. Okay. I guess it is battalion. Oh, we'll have them both assault. I don't think you use the guns in the assaults, to be honest. Hopefully we'll be able to take that. We do. 7 men, inflict 33 losses on them. My god, those guns are hard to move. Frankly, not what I wanted, so I'm going to move them back, but at least we know where they are. So we have this open now. But what I'm going to do then is have them both in travel mode, move back down there, and then we'll move them down there. So they're now disrupted, unfortunately. He needs to make it to the village. Fatigue's not too bad. Right, okay, that's not good. Still clearing the obstacles. Okay. Seems like a pretty uneventful turn, to be honest. Besides for that. Well, they've come under a decent amount of fire there. Okay. I do want to give them a chance to recover. Ooh, they're disrupted, which is really good. I could probably assault and take that position. If I assault and take that position, then I could probably then move further on up. But I can give them some time to rest. I suppose you could say, then. I don't want to wait too long because we don't have that many turns, and I need to be heading south like pretty soon. But I want to take these positions in the north first. But we don't have a lot of time, to be honest. We really, frankly, do not have a lot of time, so I can't really wait around. Fatigue's been lowered, unfortunately. So I'm going to have the guys with the high fatigue. We know there's infantry there. I can't combine them. Okay. Oh, is it because they're in different modes? No. Okay. Though it looks like they're in travel mode as well, so thankfully we're not too bad there. But I don't really want to be in that position. But I'm going to have Artillery come down on them. Try and cause them a lot of casualties. Try and just, yeah. Well, that'll do. That'll do. It's not often you catch the enemy in travel mode, actually. Only have the range for that position there. Baltimore can open up. Kimberley can open up too. Okay, we managed to cause quite a decent amount of casualties there. Not bad, not bad. Right, we'll have both units assault. Yeah, forgot about that. But we managed it nonetheless. Oh, they're in combat. Sorry, they're in travel mode as well. Wow, that was a real bad idea. Did not mean to do that. They're not broken even. I bet if they were in the proper mode, they would have broken them. Oh well. Yeah, so we need infantry there ASAP. These bloody obstacles take a long time to get rid of. Right. Obstacles there. Okay. We need to get moving. I'm going to move up to Misa. Okay. They're disrupted, so we're going to take them out. Okay, not enough to assault. But we can have them both open fire. Fortunately, one of them is disrupted. Okay, the guns can fire venting. That's good. I don't imagine they're super effective, but who knows? God damn. Oh, they're in travel mode, no wonder. There we go. Ah, probably because they're in travel mode as well. Well, there we go. So, we are moving up. I don't know how well we're doing, but we haven't given the men much chance to rest, but I don't think we have that much in the way of time. So, gotta get moving. That's worrying. They're no longer in travel mode at least, but that's not a good thing. God damn, I lose a vehicle as well. So that's platoon wiped out, unfortunately. God damn it. Okay, any reinforcements? Nope. So a lot of disrupted men down here. Looks like they might even be falling back from the beaches, to be honest. Okay, they've recorded, that's not good. Right. That's not all of artillery. We give them time to rest. Well, I mean, this is it. It's not the case of they can't fall back, you know. That you imagine it. It's pretty hard to hit people that are taking cover and just in general trying not to get shot. Probably one of the reasons why. But I mean, this is it. We've still had. I mean, we've lost 296 men. They've lost 508 men, so it's not as if there's not been a lot of losses so far. I suppose you could say, well, I don't know. It's low intensity until it's high intensity. I mean, the thing is, you can imagine that this is... I mean, you take a look at this. This is obviously an island over here. So I can imagine that the casualty is going to be high on the beaches, but then as we move into the hinterland, casualty is going to vary, really. I suppose the enemy is significantly more likely to want to withdraw, but then once we get to places like down here in the south where they don't have the room to withdraw, then yeah, I reckon things will get more bloody. I'm conscious of time here. I really don't know if I made the right choice by sending units to the north, but these objectives aren't too far away. At least we'll be able to nab a couple hundred over here. Well, I mean, this is it, yeah. This is it. Unfortunately, in the UK, we don't really get the opportunity to experience firearms tremendously. It's not easy, really. So the closest I've ever had has been through playing airsoft, which it sounds silly when you say it. But even with that, you do get an appreciation of the fact that if you don't know what's behind that doorway or through that hallway, etc., etc., you do not move. You know what I mean? You don't go in there alone. You're more than likely to pull back somewhat because the psychology of it alone is really fundamental. Nobody wants to get shot. Right, fatigue and disruption there. It's unfortunate, so I'm going to have to pull off. But they're actually in movement mode there. It's interesting. Oh, they are moving in to retake these positions. There's quite a few Japanese down here. There's quite a lot of them, actually. Quite a lot of Japanese. Look like I can push them back, but yeah, they're definitely trying to retake these positions. A lot broken. Right. Falling back. I do need to hold the beach here. Oof, 1900, yeah. Well, that, I mean, that's expected, I suppose you could say. Fatigue inflicted. Okay. One unit has been set up, that's good. Right. Yeah, it doesn't lend itself to moving through easily either. That's the problem. Okay, they're disruptors, so they could be taken. Hmm. So I'll be in this position tomorrow. They're still disrupted, which is not great. Hmm. And this is it. The numbers here aren't that high. But you imagine, it's only an island. It's a small island. There's obviously a garrison here, but they don't have that many guns. They don't benefit from the... They don't really have defense in depth per se. They do to a degree, but it's not like it's not like basically Normandy, for example. Obviously, you have the actual landings, the Atlantic Wall fortifications, so it's the beakers, the bunkers, and then beyond that you'd have trenches, and then you'd have obviously additional stuff. This is Tanega Shima. I'll Google that actually. I believe it's just an island just off the coast of Kyushu. Tanega Shima. So, Tanegashima. Let's see. Maps. Yeah, so it's just south of Kagoshima. So yeah, it's just to the south of the main island. Hoping to try and book a trip to Tokyo later on this year. It'd be nice to actually try and go to Tokyo and maybe try and travel to Osaka. We'll see. Yeah, so Kyushu here. Here we go. Yeah, no. This isn't the mainland. Do I have any reinforcements? No. Do we have any reinforcements to come? No. That's rough. Okay. It would have been nice, but what we'll have to do then is split up our infantry as well, to be honest. Can't really allow these men to head back into these positions. Alright, regimental combat team. Engineer, sorry. Right, move them into the road. I'm going to have to split up these units here. They should be able to hold that position, to be honest. Oh, there's a headquarters in there. Okay. Right, break them up. How you doing that? Should be jet. I still play Distant Worlds Universe, but I haven't played it in a while, actually. I do like that game. As you do. Right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the sequel, actually. More casualties than I would have liked then. We are disrupted. I probably should have spread these men out more. Right. Then they can move along the roads there now. Let's get them off the beach. Okay. Issues, I'm firing on that position there, and it's like, is it worth it? I'm gonna have to use my firepower down here. They're currently in the forest, unfortunately. They're broken, so I don't need to worry about them. I'm gonna have to split these units up. There's too much ground for me to cover here. I can still assault here, actually. We'll use the air power here. I'm gonna have that unit pull back down this way, I reckon. Okay. They're disrupted, so this will fall soon. Yeah, get them moving down there. 520 men. Like, there's 1,000 men here. That's more than enough. In fact, probably too much. I'm gonna have you move back down there. And I'll take that position. Yeah, what I'll do is fire on this position here. Right, assault. Oh, we actually lose men. Not going as well as one would hope. Bloody obstacles on the beach are killing me. Okay, that fell about. Right, we'll assault that position. But I'm going to split this up, actually. I'll have the 300 men assault that. Right, there we go. In travel mode, you can move up the road. Okay, looks like that's empty. And then we could be able to take that. So we should be able to take this. I could even move down there, but we should be able to take this area fairly easily, I guess. Right, that's not good. Ah, God damn it. There's some moving into the broken ground, so we do have cover there. Right, so we'll take that. I could try and take these positions here. Yeah, we need more. She's we're halfway through now. I don't know. Probably would have been a better idea to move to the south, but we'll grab some victory points over here, so who knows, we might be able to manage something. Then it feels that they should take more damage from air power. Yeah, we'd knock out a gun bear. Use the A26. Try and break them, really. There we go, so we go now. If I can get rid of these fellows over here, we'll be alright. Alright, they're all broken. Right, split them up there. Shouldn't be too much else in terms of resistance out here. I bet the Indian Army would do a lot of damage there. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Trying to break them, really. Are they still disrupted? Yeah. So I think what learned a lesson should have broken the men up earlier, but it's interesting to see how things work out. Right, they are pulling back. They've reinforced their blade position. Ah, God damn it. It's not what I would prefer to have happened. Oops. Now I'm thinking about the engineers. Why are they doing that? I guess they're choosing their fastest way, but it's strange. Alright, so still just the guns there. I'll have them assault there. Okay. It's impressive. There's not that many men there, so I should be able to manage that. Need to move these guns into the interior soon. Move those guns off the beach. Okay. That's not good. Fire down there. God damn, this terrain's hard to move in. I'm going to fire that and then assault it next turn after it's had some more artillery fire. Well, we'll give it a go now if we can. Oh, no. Alright, fair enough. Right, just fire them. Is that the artillery, man? Take it, yeah. Looks like we wiped out a unit there. I'll see you later, Jatsy. Have a good one, my friend. Ooh, good luck. Good luck. I'm sure you'll be fine. Fire on this position here, at least. Ah, there we go. Knock out the gun. And we knock out another one. Nice. A few more guns there than I would have imagined. So we're not doing too bad. Oh, that's the organization. Ah, okay. That's good to know about. It's good to know about. That's everything. Next turn. Yeah, they are trying to hold me back. It's another gun gone. And another. Well, we are pushing down this road here, which is good news. And another gun. Wow. And another. I'll take it. Take it there. Alright, they've left just the gun there. It's impressive. Couple casualties there. So they are... Right, that'd be the unit that was here beforehand. I'm hoping I can wrap this up soon enough. I've got an additional 520 men, plus the engineers moved down this way. I'm hoping that'll be enough. We are trying to pick up the pace. Soon this will be taken, ideally. Right, they're isolated now, so that's good news. So ideally they should fall easier. As their position will... Well, they'll begin to deteriorate. This should be... Oh, goddamn, we lost a tank. At least I do have the Calanthes to help out over here. Morale's still good. It's not too long before night either, so I could do with giving them some time to rest. But we'll see, we need to try and take these objectives soon. Okay. Good fatigue, that's good. One unit undisrupted, that's good. Right, excellent, they are disrupted. That's really, really good. Actually, somewhat worries me that I'm going to actually struggle to take this. I can't see why I would struggle to take that. Need to take it. Yeah, there we go. We wipe it out. 2 guns. Okay, that's what I want to see there. So that is the beach seas. We only have this last objective and that one obviously on the beach to take. That looks like it's just guns actually. Pretty impressive. Right, we do take one gun out. I guess it's probably just easier to shoot, I guess. Who knows? But they seem strangely apt at, they seem strangely able to take assaults. Right, they're isolated, they're not. Well, I knew it was going to be tough. Trying to get these guns to a position where they can actually help. That's the thing. That's not easy. There's not that many men there, they're isolated. But they're not disrupted, that's the issue. Alright, they're disrupted, they're disrupted. Alright, they're on the roads at last now. Let's get them to move in to the interior. There's not that much. Well, we do have Washington, actually. Okay. Disrupted isn't too bad, so I should be able to manage to tie that. Yeah, we do manage it. Excellent. Take that gun out. I don't know how. That is weird, that. That's weird. Okay. Blasted gun. Okay. I did not mean to select them all. Oh, bugger it. Alright, there we go, it's another gun. I think we took out all the guns there. Oh no, there's still some left. Surprisingly, still some left. Right. Oh, there's actually artillery over here. That's good to know about. subject their touch of fire, man. Yeah, they're pretty decent. Yeah, that'd be good to take. Right, we'll go for the assault over here then. I mean, ideally it's enough. It is fantastic news. Alright, that's really nice objective to seize there. Okay, no artillery, nothing left. No reinforcements. Just time to move on to the next turn then. So if we go victory. Well, we're at 6:05, so we're actually at a draw now. We still have a few turns left, so we're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. At least we're not going to be defeated outright yet. Casualties are looking good. I mean, we've taken a lot, but we're not doing so bad now. So moving to the next turn. At least I know where that artillery is. They really do not want me to move down that road. Thing is, though, they're getting to the point now where they just don't have the numbers there, so they've been able to concentrate. We'll break them down slowly but surely. Okay, artillery available, very nice. A few units low on ammo, but that's okay. Disrupted elevation, something to bear in mind as well. Move you there. So assault and god damn it. We should be able to assault and take that position next turn then. And then the field, so that's not too bad. Their trench has been abandoned beforehand, so yeah, they shouldn't be too hard to dig out there. I do have the ability to fire here. They're clear. So I think I'll fire on that gun. I want to knock out that gun. I'll knock out a man though. Ah, goddamn. Okay, they're moving there. I'm gonna have to split this unit up. Can't afford for them to move into that position there. Okay, they can't take it now, which is good. There's a lot of fatigue. Lowers their morale as well, which is not good. Still just a gun. Right, now we're going to take that. So there's just one more objective over there. Okay, that's on the same elevation. God damn, these tanks cannot move well up here. Right, but there's one more objective over there, so at least that is some additional points we could take. Thankfully we don't have to move all the way to the north of the island. Got another 500 men here, so that's good news. Right. Very good, very good. We get all the guns to move inland now. What I'll do then is use the artillery against that position, though they're disrupted, they're disrupted. They're not disrupted, so I will use the artillery there. Not like it's a huge deal. What's going on there? Why is there that? It's been reduced to rubble. Okay. And Baltimore find that position. Try and soften it up somewhat. Oh, I actually gained a tank bombardment, so that's good to know. We actually do get some replenishment. What do I have in airsport? Okay. Can't use the airsport vouchers, unfortunately, because I know there's a unit there. That's a shame. Ah, there we go. So they're going to be potentially trapped there now. So they're moving to that village if they can. Which they can't. Alright, we'll just assault this position then. Not bad. So they're all in this position now. That's good. So I could leave some men to keep them in check. Got the engineers over here now, which is excellent. Taking them some time, but they are moving up. Okay, it's looking decent now. We're actually getting somewhere. Ah, it's quite a few men to lose there. It looks like they're... How you doing there, Major? Yeah, it's quite nice, actually. Quite nice. I think I sent too many men to the north to begin with. But then this is it. This is why you break units down. But it's a good learning exercise. Yeah, the only issue is the mines and the obstacles. I didn't notice the obstacles, otherwise it would have been off sooner. Delayed too long as well in certain areas. But this is it, you don't assume the terrain's going to be so hard to work with as it is. And them are still very good. So I should be able to seize this objective next, which would be good, and then we can start moving towards the juicy ones down here. They're taking a lot of fire, aren't they? Yeah, there's only one unit there, so they're pulling back, which is excellent. They were a pain, but they've been isolated now. Yeah, disrupted and isolated. I'll just leave a unit to deal with them. Ideally, I can take that soon. Okay, they're looking to move down this way. Okay. Open up with Indiana. I want to move them. Indeed. How you doing there, Rankar? Hello there once again, Callahan. Good to have you, my friends. Right, so what we're going to do then is move in. How's Cyprus then? I imagine it's lovely. That's a difficult one to deal with there. No airspawn either. I could try assaulting them, but that's not going to work. So I'm going to wait for the air power to come in. Let them recover somewhat. Right, I've had disruptors, so that's not good to me. Have them assault. Don't seize this time. Now we're disrupted there too. That's not good. Where I live's fine, really. Like, I live on a hill, like at the bottom of the hill, but like when I lived, there used to be a like a mine, like an actual coal mine underneath, so colliery you could call it. So there's a lot of drainage at the bottom, so it's fine here. I'm going to be going through to Manchester tomorrow though, so I was going to go through to York, but York's pretty hard hit by the flooding at the moment. Oh, these units are looking great. It might be worthwhile to combine them and deal with this here. See if we can break them, really. Take out some of them. I want to remove them as a problem. Okay. Whoops. That's unfortunate. Right, we'll be able to take that next. Have these guys fire in here. Right, get the outskirts set up in this position here. We know they have big guns there. Unfortunately, they're disrupted. Well, I'm gonna give it a go. There's some fair casualties there. I'm just conscious of the time that I have. We'll take that soon. Still at the draw, but we need a couple more. We'll have that minor victory. We might come out with a major if we're lucky, if we can take some of these other ones here. I mean, these 200... I mean, that 200 would be really great. Maybe even get to that second 100 there, but there's a 100 there, 100 there. So we'll have 150 coming to us soon enough. Maybe. It's going to take some effort to take it, though, to be honest. But it's a rough scenario, really. You have the men, but yeah, it's rough that you don't have, like, more. Taking a fair few casualties. It was unfortunate that we lost a lot of tanks on the beach, really. Yeah, the Panzer campaign. Yeah, enjoyed it so far. It's different. It's very different. It's very nice. I think it'd be nice to play from the beginning of an operation, like beginning from a grand campaign, and shape it really yourself. Really, that's what I like. Scenarios like this one are really nice due to the fact that they're pretty self-contained. They're not terribly long, even though I'm nearly 2 hours. But I think this has been the best stream yet because I actually feel like I've got more of an idea of what to expect from the game and how to play it. There's another 100 back for ceasefire. That's good news for Martel to crack. Yeah, I will do. I will do. I've not had a lot of luck with my tanks. Right, it is night now. Thing is, I reckon we'll probably just have to give them... Well, combine these units. Yeah, that D's bad. That fatigue's real bad. Probably better off not combining them right now. Yeah, that morale's really bad. I don't like how they're moving around here. It should be enough to take that. Yep, there we go. Try and shoot a gun. I need to give them some time to rest. Oh, they're actually disrupted now. Okay, that's really, really good. Their morale's decreased, actually, which is not good. There's not many men here. If I can finish them off, I can then move on down here. I mean, let's take a look. So let's figure this out. So victory. So we're at 766 at the moment. We need 800 for the minor victory. We don't need much more from that afterwards. So that one could be potentially seized. So there's at least another 200 that I can potentially seize here. So we are looking likely to be able to potentially even achieve a major victory. So I think it's worthwhile to actually deal with these forces before we move on. The reason being, as we can see from the guys in the north, they're going to become a problem. And if I can wipe them out, then they're wiped out, and there's additional victory points there. So we'll fire. And then I can move on down here to the south then. Don't think we'll have any power due to it being at night. Yep. Yeah, probably just easier to shoot them, really. Have them move on. Take them out in that mode. Okay. Move in there. Right. This one I need to rest before I can do anything about. They might have a chance, but I want to get the artillery down on this position here. Apparently I'm too close. Okay, yeah, apparently too close. Noted. Okay. Okay, well, we'll go for it. Oh, wow, okay. Did not actually expect us to take it. I'm really happy about that. There's another 100 here that could be gained. That was really unexpected results, but very, very nice. That takes us up to the minor victory. So that's really nice there. So we have a good few turns left. Well, we have a few turns. I reckon we could probably achieve a major victory. I'll have them fire first and then try to assault, see if we can seize that one too. I don't know if there's anything else in the north, really. Right, we'll have a go. Oh. Now that is what I like to see. Takes us to 868, so yeah, that's looking really good. So they can rest somewhat now, trying to recover that fatigue. It's looking really good, We haven't really taken as many objectives down here, but then again, I think it's one of those of where we would have probably struggled. We have managed to take decent objectives over here. There's another 100 to be gained here, and who knows about this over that way. So that's looking nice. There's no artillery, there's nothing available, so we'll go to the next turn. Okay. They're really trying to slow me down. That position there, I really can't afford to be stuck, but I need to remove it, otherwise they're going to be behind me, and I can't afford to be isolated. Okay, they're covering somewhat. It's going to take some time, though. Yeah, the barricades on the beach are really making things difficult for me. I'm probably pushing the men too hard here. Should probably give them some time to rest soon. Okay, that's still destroyed, which is brilliant. Yeah, 25 units gain fatigue. Alright, Indiana can open up. Low fuel is interesting. Guess leave them there to recover. I know there's Japanese here. Yeah. We do have the elevation here, so that should ideally be nice for us. Fatigue's very high. I'm really not a big fan. Oh, shit. Well, I didn't mean to end the turn, but that means they're going to get more rest than I was actually bargaining on. I was bloody too bad. Oh well. We're not in such a bad position where it doesn't make sense to do so. We could definitely do the rest, so I suppose we'll take it. That morale is no good. I don't know if I can take that position. I might have to split them up. Them morales. D, C, Could have moved them up last time. Okay, so they're falling back to that position, it seems. Okay, disrupted. Ah, of course the gun's there. Yeah, that one. Those are ones that we're familiar with. They're a really big pain in my ass. I don't know enough about the optional rules to really understand what I'd be doing, really. These guys had a great time so far. Yeah, if I knew more about them, I'd give it a go. Okay, yeah. They really could do with some time to rest, to be honest. But we don't have any turns left. Okay, 5 men take on a gun. I'm going to give them a little bit more time to rest there. Okay, South Dakota can open up over here. Oh, that's really interesting. No, that's something to definitely bear in mind then, really. We're going to break them up more. Right, use the rockets over here. Right, we do have reconnaissance. Let's see. Probably going to be populated. Yeah. Oh, of course they couldn't. Okay. I do have 300 men back, so I can manage that. I think what I'm going to do then, due to the fact that they're in the clear, is use the air power here, break them up. Damn it. We have enough for a minor victory. I'm just trying to get to a major victory at the moment. Oh, good, they're broken. Oh, excellent. That's really nice. Yeah, so we're 875 at the moment. I need 1,000 for a major. So we're not far now. Who knows if we'll get that, but we're not far. Just been trying to manage their fatigue, but I've been pushing them very hard, to be honest. If I could take that position, I'd be happy. Okay, it's more troops then. Oof. It may have been easier to have gone south, but then again, I think the north would have been a problem. Oh, right, okay. Does that tell you the which conditions of each scenario or something? Oh, right, okay. Alright, they're broken. Surprised there's many of them left, to be honest. To be honest, what I probably should do is pull them back, let them recover, and then send them in. I'd be able to push a lot harder if I just didn't have fatigue, but we do have that fatigue. But they have been fighting over 3 nights now. Sorry, I think it's... Is it 2 nights and 3 days? I forget how many days have passed now. We started the first, it's been 2 days. I'm gonna pull you back, let you recover some more. I've got 500 men there, so I'm quite happy to bring them up. So I can push up there. Ooh. I mean, obviously, one of the Pacific's going to win out on that one to a degree. Not so much in it being... I don't know, they're... I suppose this is it, really. It's like, to actually play it is not that difficult. Like, you can pick it up and it'll take a little bit of time, but you can play it. But the issue with, well, not obviously an issue, but obviously then the aspect that is obviously the harder part is the fact that there's a lot to understand. But of course, one of the Pacific Admirals edition, there's more to understand. There's a lot more to understand, really. Whereas at least with Panzer campaigns, it's like, yes, there's a lot, but once you learn it, you've learned it, sort of thing. You're not having to consider like aircraft R&D or really what is your campaign going to be like in a few years, sort of thing. Yeah, so I'd say they're both similarly easy enough to get into like this. I mean, I'm not brilliant at this, but I can play, you know what I mean? God damn. You'd think they'd break a lot easier. I can't waste any more time with it, really. C&D ain't good. But we manage it anyway. Well, they fall back. They're broken, which is really good. Right, Indiana can open up. They recovered it, but that fatigue's just ridiculous. Well, I'll be starting the new one soon enough, so we'll be going through that obviously from the very beginning. So, this is it. I'm still learning. Like, I don't claim to be an expert by any means. It's one of those things, really. You just got to accept that there is a learning process, and I suppose you've got to find the join that. Not saying they don't, but yeah, no, it's one of those. Like, I can remember the first time I played, and it's just like, it's so much, so much. Alright, have them move north. Weep insurgents. How you doing there, Zach? Good to have you, man. I'm gonna fire here to try and reduce their numbers. I'm just gonna have to probably pull them back. Just give them time to rest. Probably that other unit over here, but we'll see what we can do. Right, can we manage a major before the end? I could seize one more objective and gain a few more points. We're not far off. It's a bad truck. And a village. I bet I need to pull these assets back. No, I do not know how to use a fleet. Then there's a minimum range that I'm not adhering to. Just try and pull them back so I can get the shots down there. Okay. Setup required, so they're still setting up. Okay. Moving to the next turn. Ooh, looks like they're disrupted at long last. Wow, okay, we might actually have a chance now. That's good. That'll be enough. Keep subjecting them to bombardment. I mean, I'm in a looking awful, but we might manage it. Oh, I can push into the village, so at least I gain that cover then, which is nice. I mean, I've not been able to take the interior here, as such. I could, but it's just obviously spending the time. Amount of effort that's been just... I can't believe they're still there, but then this is it. It's dancing extermination, isn't it? They're not going to surrender. They're very difficult to dig out, and it's just the fact they do not surrender. That fatigue's ridiculous. Like 300 is the max, so that's ridiculous amounts of fatigue. Okay. Yeah, well that's it, isn't it, really? It's what makes them such a pain in the arse in War Pacific as well. Oh dear. I don't know where those other Japanese have gone. If there's only one unit here, I'd be quite happy. So happy they're disrupted. So happy. If I move them out of range of everything now, god damn it. Jesus. There's not many men there, so they're not going to be too tough. So I should be able to sort and 10 out pretty easily. So we'll be able to take that next turn, should be brilliant. I mean, to be honest, I'm of the opinion that obviously the atomic weapons they were just more efficient. You take a look at obviously the firebombing campaigns, and it's one of these of I think the atomic weapons took on a more moral aspect in later years, but I don't think you could say obviously more were killed by their firebombers because more were killed by their firebombing. It's just obviously it's just what it represents, isn't it? It's the fact of that efficiency. But a city could obviously be... I mean, this is it. Obviously, they only had a certain amount of range of destructive power, but it's just the fact that they were just efficient. You drop on, and that's thousands of people. Which is horrific. And I think that's... And this is it. Not that I'm like a proponent of them. I'm not a proponent of them, but I'm not a proponent of having people slain either. So, it's not really a fence-sitting position then, is there? Try and break these bloody guys. I wonder how many is actually here. I mean, this is its war, isn't it? I think it was Eisenhower after, obviously, the surrender of Germany, sorry. With the army... Well, so the army obviously was coming under a lot of flack for, obviously, the humanitarian efforts and, obviously, not doing enough. But then, I think it was Eisenhower that responded that only a month before or something like that, it was the force geared towards the destruction of Germany, of the Wehrmacht. And then obviously the month that we're in, then at that point, obviously, it's just such a situation of where you go from having to destroy a nation's army to then having to support the population of that said nation. But I mean, denazification is a very interesting read-up, really. The thing is, how do you get rid of that many? You can't and still have a functioning society at that point in time. Interesting. It's a lot of things. I'm not obviously claiming to know anything special here, by the way, so... Don't take me as if I know what I'm on about. There's only a few through cursory reading, really. Right, bring down some air power here, try and help out. I'm worried about their fatigue levels. Right, we'll see how we go. I'm not expecting much, but I'm hoping we would do. Yes. Right, thankfully we do manage to take it. That scores us another 100 victory points. That was a tough position to take there. That was a tough one. Due to the effort spent to actually get up here. But we managed it in the end. I'm very happy about that. So that does... Yeah, so we're only 13 points shy here from a major victory, so I'm looking forward to that. It's been a tough one, but when we seize this position, then we're good. We might be able to seize it for more, but we're pretty much there. Yeah, they've been pushed really hard. They've been pushed really hard. Too hard, to be honest. But then again, I suppose the results speak for themselves. But yeah, they definitely reached the point of where enough is enough and they need to rest. disrupted, that's not good. So hoping we could have had them assault that position, but that's not going to happen. And we haven't been able to seize any of the greater value objectives, but then again, we didn't have to. At least that's my excuse. But it's a nice scenario to play here. It's nice that we can have it done in a session from start to finish, and that's nice. Yeah, they're going to heavy fire there. That morale being so low is not good. I can have the engineers in that G company there. I should take that. Now, one bloody unit. Means I can't leave them because I would quite easily be isolated then, potentially. Right, there we go. Going towards the end now. They can just rest as they are. These guys might be in danger of being isolated. Is it seriously just them? Wow. Okay, that's really good. But I can assault them next turn. Inflicted fatigue there. Very nice. Yeah, I'm very worried about this. Truth be told. But I need to let them rest. I mean, there's other units out here as well, but... yeah. Might have a shot at that. Looks like it's going to be just this position here. Right, I guess we'll have them assault. I'm not going to have the tanks in there, so I don't think they'll help out. Should really have the tanks. I can probably still have the tanks open fire first, actually. Probably a detriment to have, like, B and Cs, but we'll see. Just have the tanks open up. There's not many of them left, so I don't think it will take much. There's a couple hundred men attacking here. Okay, we'll resolve that attack. Yeah, there we go. We seize the objective, and I think with that we will have the major victory in hand. Yeah, there we go. Allied major victory. Quite nicely as well. Surprising, because I didn't think we'd be able to achieve it at a certain point, actually. Right. Looks like some... ah, right. Broken over here too. Oh, they were in movement mode. Sorry, travel mode, that's not good. Might as well leave them in that now. Leave them as they are. Just let them recover. How many casualties are we looking at? We'll take a look in a sec. And that's a tough position to take, though. So let's take a look. How many are we looking at here? So 588 for the Allies. 1,198. Not too bad. We would have been doing better had we not lost as many guns or vehicles, especially vehicles. Like, I don't really have that much in the way of armored support. Which sucks. Yeah, the Japanese do try to retake their positions, which is not fun. And this has been a problem. I'm surprised at how much effort it is taken to actually just hold them back. Or just hold them in position. I think there's only one unit that's actually a problem. Okay, they're both at sea, so I could probably start take that position, which would be nice. We only have 2 turns left. I think them being in the forest is not exactly helpful. I looks like they're trying to assault me again. I'm not going to let them retake the position anyway. Okay. Ah, 1 turn left after this. Oh, then isolated. So I'll have a go. First time. There we go, so we seize the actual coastal guns over there. So the north is really, yeah, according to the objectives, is entirely under our control, which is very, very nice. So I'm quite happy about that. Let's just leave them as they are for the time being. Okay, they're disrupted as well, that's brilliant. Don't think I need to even waste artillery on them. Well, whichever it is it is effective. And we take that objective as well. Yeah, it's effective in the fact that it denies the enemy that victory. You can only claim victory if the other guy actually admits that. To a degree, of course. Yeah, them being in the forest really bloody does not help. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Jeffrey. No, it's much appreciated, man. I'm just glad that people enjoy this. I think I'll do these live regularly, really. It is enjoyable, like, to have a scenario to sit down and play with and just enjoy chatting with people, really. They were likely willing. I don't know. Without reading, I don't know how that would go down. I think it's one of those of... I don't think you could call it a surrender. A negotiated peace, probably. It's gonna have a go, because we don't have long left, so who knows, we might have a shot. Doubt it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty happy about that. If we'd have had this position there, it would have been really nice looking. But yeah, I'll take that. That's really nice for us there. Did not expect that. So that takes us really up there. Really up there. Very happy about that. Move towards the night. And we'd have to finish off the Japanese in the interior, which is a bit of an issue, but luckily we do have a established landing zone. Just can't believe how long they've fought. I mean, we'll try and have an assault at the end there, but I don't think we'll manage it. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see me play other John Tiller games, then I know it sounds like a lot, but if you would donate them, I would play them. I'd love to get more, but I just can't afford them. It's so many. I mean, so many different ones to look at as well, like the Napoleonics. It's just... And I was even looking at the Revolutionary War and obviously the US, which looks interesting, but it's so many. So many of them. Okay, into the final turn. I don't think we really have any objectives within reach, frankly. No. I suppose... Oh, they've recovered there. Quite nice, actually. I'm going to use artillery and try and finish these guys off. Oh, we don't have much anyway. If they'd had the ability to assault, they could probably say no. Yeah, another time we would have had that. Use what air power we have. Yeah. Just that last unit there, but even then, they're just not giving in. Yeah. I like I can build and break units up. Would have had a shot down there. A couple more turns would have been down here. But yeah, you can see that one's worth a lot, but we managed it. I'm really happy about that. So we'll move into the last turn, and there we go. Yeah, they've got enough to do there. First Infantry Battalion would have been able to take that position as well. I don't think we're getting the time to take it, because this is the final, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you could secure a total victory, I just don't think you have the time for it, really. But who knows, I mean, maybe. And they're broken. Very nice. I've actually busted out the Adeptus Titanicus box as well, so I'm looking forward to playing that with the little brothers soon. I've been painting up some 3mm scale Reaver tires, but I think what I'm going to do is actually build the Adeptus Titanicus tires I've got. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to playing that, actually. I've been really enjoying Epic Armageddon mode recently. And there we go. No, I said that. It feels really random that I said that just as we won, but yeah, I didn't expect us to win there. Well, just that moment. But there we go. We have reached the time limit there. And we have our major victory. So we take in the end there 617 casualties, 4 weapons are, sorry, so 4 guns are lost, 7 vehicles are lost unfortunately. The Japanese lose 1,283 men, 22 guns, and we achieve 1,347 victory points in the end. Objective points, okay, cool. And we scored 157 points from most of the losses inflicted, but... yeah, I mean, the guns are like 1-to-1. So we'll take a look at what was actually left. $135 men. But how many men were left here? God damn. Like, that unit almost had as many men as was actually here. They were just putting up a stiff resistance. Yeah, maximum fatigue. Yeah, these guys were not far, which is surprising, actually. But then again, these guys have been broken. Wow, they really... yeah, everything they had left was here on the front lines. So... another couple turns would have broke through and just... yeah, there would have been no stopping. Yeah. Oh, they retook that position. I wondered about that. Fair enough. That'd have been a real pain in the arse to deal with, but that's fine. So, thank you for watching there, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, please do consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. And if you have, of course, enjoyed the video, so like as well. Yeah, getting the outro right. I'm getting there. And if you'd like to see more John Tiller titles in the future, potentially consider becoming a patron of mine. And, yeah, we'll have more of these more often. Thank you, and goodbye. Have a beautiful evening. Even better day. Getting there with the outros. But there we go. Tanega Shima has fallen, and that is the first strike at the Homeland, concluded in a Allied major victory. We do control the most part of the island, though not all of it. Is that their supply point over there? Supply... interesting. Until next time, thank you and goodbye.